My coworker went out to celebrate her mother-in-law's death while her husband was at home grieving, and I'm seriously considering telling him everything, but I don't know if I'd just be making things worse. IU/work life. I'm going to use fake names for this. Jenny equals coworker where I work. Mark equals her husband. Mark's mom equals his mom, Jenny's mother-in-law. So I know Jenny from work. Her husband Mark, he's in his 30s, really decent guy. Quiet, kind of timid, not the type to speak up much, but once you get to know him he's genuinely nice. Super humble, easygoing. I've known both of them a few years now, and honestly I know Mark almost as well as I know Jenny. It's not exactly a secret that Jenny and Mark's mom never got along. Jenny would constantly complain at work about whatever dumb arguments or fights they had. She made her sound awful, but I knew I was only hearing her side. I didn't like listening to it, but I mostly stayed out of it. Other coworkers, usually the women, were more into that kind of gossip. Anyway, Mark's mom had been sick for a while. She was older, and she passed away last week. It wasn't unexpected, we all kind of knew it was coming, but Mark is completely destroyed by it. Like, absolutely broken. I went to the funeral, tried to be there for him. Jenny was acting supportive too, at least from what I could see. Then yesterday after work, Jenny and a few of the girls from work went out to a bar. To celebrate her death. Actually celebrate it. Jenny seemed excited about it, like genuinely looking forward to it, no guilt, nothing. I get they didn't have a good relationship, but this just felt so messed up to me. A woman died. Your husband's mother. Someone he loved a lot. And your husband, who you're supposed to love, is grieving. And you're out celebrating? I was sitting there thinking what the hell is wrong with this, but I didn't say anything. They left, and I just stayed at the office feeling honestly kind of sick about it. No matter how bad things were between them, celebrating the death of someone your husband loved, especially his mom, is just wrong. It's disgusting. I don't think Mark knows. He's probably still deep in grief. Last time I saw him he was a mess. Part of me really feels like I should tell him. Like strongly. I feel like he deserves to know. His wife is doing this behind his back thinking it won't affect him, but it's seriously messed up. I know telling him will probably hurt him even more, might even blow up their marriage, and I'd be the one who caused that. But still, I feel like he has a right to know. He's my friend. I care about him. I'm like 90% leaning toward telling him, but I don't know. I know what it could lead to, wrecking a marriage with 2 kids, probably losing any friendship I have with Jenny too. What should I do? Am I right to tell him, or should I just keep my mouth shut? I can't shake the feeling that he deserves to know. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. This really isn't your place. You'd just be creating problems in their relationship because her reaction offended you. The guy is already hurting, he doesn't need more conflict with his wife. She's allowed to feel how she feels, and she handled it without involving him. Op response. If I were him, I'd want to know. Commenter 2. She's allowed to have her own feelings about her mother-in-law dying, and it seems like she's still being there for her husband. Why do you feel the need to interfere? Op response. I think it's insanely inappropriate and disrespectful to celebrate the death of someone's mom, especially when you claim to love that person. It feels like she has zero respect for her husband. He's my friend too, and honestly I've lost all respect for her. Commenter 3. You can absolutely stop being friends with her. But you are completely wrong to get involved in their marriage. You don't know the full story, and it's not your job to police their relationship. Update, next day. Alright, clearing some stuff up first. I'm a guy. A lot of people somehow didn't get that. No, I'm not gay for Mark. I'm straight. A ton of comments were defending Jenny, and yeah, I'd be lying if I said that didn't make me hesitate a bit. I also got a bunch of DMs from guys saying they didn't want to comment publicly, but if they were Mark, they'd want to know. And yes, I do know Mark well. People kept saying I didn't. I do. He's my friend. So I invited Mark over to my place. I knew he'd been in a really bad headspace, so I figured he could use it. We had a couple beers, just talked. I was planning to tell him, I really was. But seeing him like that. He was a wreck. Completely drained, miserable, you could just see it all over him. I couldn't bring myself to pile more on top of that. I didn't stay quiet for Jenny's sake, I still think what she did is trash, but I just didn't want to make things even worse for him. So no, I didn't tell him about the whole celebration thing. We just talked about life, family, random stuff. I mentioned that Jenny seemed supportive. He actually laughed at that, then started telling me what's really been going on. He said yeah, they always hated each other, and that Jenny hasn't really been empathetic at all, at least not genuinely. More like surface level pretending. He even said sometimes it feels like she can barely hide how happy she is about it. I told him that's messed up, but didn't go further. He said they've been arguing a lot since his mom died, and it's getting worse. A lot of it comes from him feeling like she's actually glad about it. Apparently things are pretty bad between them right now. I suggested marriage counseling. He wasn't into the idea. I just told him if he ever needs someone to talk to, I'm there. That would have been the moment to say something. But I didn't. Then he tells me one of the other guys at work, also his friend, mentioned that Jenny was acting kind of happy at work, talking to the other women about his mom's death. He asked me if that was true. I said yeah. Then I downplayed it, said I don't really pay attention to workplace gossip and maybe I misheard. He stayed a bit longer, then went home. Next morning at work, Jenny comes in clearly pissed. She comes straight to my desk and asks, "What did you talk about with my husband yesterday?" I told her that's between me and him. She got defensive, said something like he's my husband, stay away, I don't remember exactly. That's when I told her I knew she went out to a bar to celebrate his mom's death, and that I think it's disgusting and I've lost all respect for her. Then I told her to leave me alone because I had work to do. She walked off in a bad mood. Hopefully that's the end of it. Honestly, I have zero respect left for her. I think she's a terrible person. If their marriage falls apart, that's on her for being so cold and celebrating something like that. I still can't even process how someone could do that. Relevant comment. Commenter. I didn't comment before because I was kind of neutral, but honestly, if Jenny wanted her feelings about her Mill's death to stay private, she should have kept them private. I don't blame you at all for losing respect for her. The only reason I'd say don't tell her husband is because it would just add to his pain, and he's your friend. Maybe he'll find out another way anyway, I wouldn't be surprised. She's not exactly hiding the fact she's celebrating. It's really disrespectful.